Bad thing, but I just it's too much this law and order shooting and...
It was Mr. McGraw that done it.
Yeah, but Mr. McGraw, okay? It was him, okay?
Yeah, it was him, okay? Yeah, Mr. McGraw done it.
Daddy didn't have no gun on him, so I can't see no fair reason for Mr. McGraw shooting him.
So he taken and slung it in with a beer bottle.
So it was self-defense, you see.
So he was self-defense, you see.
I can't see no fair reason for Mr. McGraw shooting my daddy. Daddy didn't have no gun on him.
Well, like I always said, Birch, Daddy didn't... Well, I mean, he taken and slung it, Mr. McGraw.
They all said? Who all said? Who's they? Who's these they? Who said, huh?
Why, Birch?
Daddy didn't have no gun on him. If Daddy had had a gun, it would have been different, but it ain't self-defense when a gun shoots down a man that don't have none.
Well, see here, Birch, you see. Old Stoney swung at Mr. McGraw with this here beer bottle, and...
He swung at Mr. McGraw with a beer bottle, you say?
Sure he did, Birch. Well,
That's what old Stoney did, you see. So I reckon you'd call it self-defense.
It was self-defense, right enough, Birch. You can't...
I want to ask you something, Fred. I want to ask you something.
Sure, Birch, sure.
You ever seen a beer bottle fire bullet?
You see, Birch, what have you seen?
I said, Fred, you ever seen a beer bottle fire bullet?
Is this a joke, Birch?
No, it's not a joke, Fred. I guess I can answer it for you, though. You see, so...
That's right, Birch. I never...
So that means it was murder.
Never... Well, how can he be murdered, Birch? Seems to me like it was self-defense.
It was murder, Fred, on account of the fact that my daddy only had a bottle. Bottles break head, but they don't go through a man taking out his innards and killing him flat dead and cold like an old creek stone. Bullets do that. And Mr. McGraw done murdered my daddy.
What's happening, Birch?
Don't harry me with it. And so it weren't self-defense at all. It weren't self-defense because my daddy didn't have no gun on him. So I can't see no fair reason for Mr. McGraw shooting.
Bud, don't take it so hard. Like as not, Mr. McGraw was drunk.
He was your daddy, too. Your blood and kin. You gutless rat.
Don't talk like that, Bud. If there was something to be done, well, I'd be for it, but there ain't.
Yes, there is. There is something to be done. And I'm fixing on doing it.
What?
Kill Mr. McGraw.
Kill me. But, Bud, you must be crazy. Mr. McGraw's the biggest man in the whole state of West Virginia. Why? Why don't even Senator marches in and sells sit and drink $7 whiskey with Mr. McGraw in the Stonewall Jackson lobby every time he comes to town? Don't every policeman in town hit his town when Mr. McGraw walks by?
That don't matter a bit. I'll find a way. It may take me a little time, but I'll find a way to do it.
That, you see, was all Bert Likens ate or drank or breathed or dreamed about from that night on. One night after supper, when the brothers were alone and neither had spoken for nearly an hour, Willard felt suddenly as if the impalpable violence of Virgil's obsession had secretly turned on him.
Blast it! Blast it all! Why don't you get it over with? Why don't you ride out along the fence by the airport inn some night and shoot him in the back? He comes you all the time with that black-haired Mary from Baltimore Street. Why don't you ride out along the fence?
No, Willard. I want Mr. McGraw to see my face when I kill him. If I'd taken and shot him in the dark, that way he'd never know it was me that done it. And when I do it, I want Mr. McGraw to look at my face a good long while and know who it is. And I want to be sure the killing takes a slow, long time.
Russ Sigathus was shaving Riley McGraw in his number 1 chair when Willard found him next morning. Willard was shaking so badly he was afraid he wouldn't be able to make the speech he'd lain awake all night considering.
Mr. McGraw? Mr. McGraw?
Yes, son? Thank you, Rush, thank you. You always shave a man very well.
Good, Mr. McGraw.
I'm a man who likes to be shaved well, and you're a man who does that job.
Thank you, Mr. McGraw. Thank you.
In 3 weeks' time, as usual?
Of course, Mr. McGraw. Naturally, sir, of course.
Yeah. What is it, son?
Mr. McGraw, I sure would be glad if I could talk to you for a little while. Just for a little while.
Well, certainly, my boy. Come along across the street to my office. Having a pipe in half an hour with Judge Beam, but I can't give you a moment of my time. Man should never grow too important to keep in touch with the people of his hometown. That's what I always say. Yes, sir. What do you always say, boy? Huh? What do you always say? Well, boy.
It's about my brother Verge. You see, Mr. McGraw, our daddy was Stony Likens.
That matter was settled during the last term at Judge Beam's court. Your father attacked me, son. I shot him in self-defense that night. And nobody regretted the incident more than I did.
It's my brother Verge. I just don't want nothing to happen to my brother Verge, Mr. McGraw. He's all I got left now.
Nothing need happen to your brother, son.
Something might. Verge claims he's fixing to kill you, Mr. McGraw.
That's a very foolish idea for your brother to entertain. Very foolish, son.
I know, sir.
You must tell him to clear his mind of thoughts like that.
I'll try.
Try again, son.
He's stubborn.
Stubbornness can hurt the wrong person.
Mr. McGraw.
Your brother.
You think
I'm talking about your brother because...
Mr. McGraw,
because you see he's entertaining a very foolish and dangerous idea. Dangerous for himself, you understand?
Yeah, I thought, Mr. McGraw, what I thought was this. If maybe you was to send for him and talk to him.
Send for him? For your brother?
For Verge. Sure, Mr. McGraw. If he was to send for him and talk to him, if maybe he was to maybe explain to Verge how it was that night, how it was in self-defense and everything, well, it might help, Mr. McGraw. Indeed, to goodness, I don't want anything to happen to Verge.
Nothing will happen to your brother.
Oh, thanks, Mr. McGraw.
So long as he behaves himself in this town.
Yeah, Mr. McGraw.
I understand, however, that the death of your father may have brought about certain expenses. I've thought about it often. And now I'm going to do something. You hear me?
Yes, sir, Mr. McGraw.
I'm going to do something. I don't feel I'm obliged to do this, but if it will spread oil on troubled waters, well... Yeah. Oil on troubled waters.
What I call a fool trick, Willard.
If a Verge...
Yeah, no, there's sure no other way of looking at it at all. It's a fool trick, Willard. But it don't change nothing. There's nothing he can do about it, neither. Or you. It don't change nothing. There ain't nothing you can do about Mr. McGraw getting killed, and there's nothing he can do about it, neither. There's nothing any mortal in Tigers County, or the whole state of West Virginia, can do about it.
Look at that, Verge.
What's that?
You open it and see.
You bought me something, Willard?
No, I never, Verge. Oh, heck, open it and see, will you?
Oh, what's this, Willard?
It's money, bud.
Yeah, I can see it's money, Willard. I can see that. It looks a lot of money, too. It's
$500, bud.
Why, you know what?
Huh?
You're right, Willard. There is $500 here. Pretty envelope, too. Smells real good.
I got that money from Mr. McGraw, Verge.
This here money?
Yeah.
Why? I mean, why'd he
He
give
said
you...
pour oil on troubled water. Pour oil on troubled waters.
Pour oil on troubled waters.
And Mr. McGraw said that.
Mr. McGraw did?
Yeah. He said we must have had a lot of expenses with Daddy down like that. And,
Well, he ought to know, seeing he murdered Daddy.
yeah. There you go again, Verge. Well, self-defense. Everybody said so. Fred Storch said so.
Fred's a fool.
Sheriff Reynolds said it was self-defense.
Sheriff Reynolds is scared of losing his job.
Why, everybody said so. Cal North Flona, he
Al's
reckoned.
a liar and a horse thief.
And Moonwalker, Bill Stainer, Waddle Aker, and everybody said Mr. McGraw killed Daddy in self-defense because Daddy went for him with this here beer barrel.
Moonwalker's a drunkard, and therefore his testimony can't be relied on. Bill Stainer's mind went years ago. He ain't reliable at all. Walt Laker hated Daddy any old how.
For $500, you gotta admit, Verge. I mean...
You're a gutless rat. You hear me? A gutless rat.
But
Daddy didn't have no gun, so I can't see no fair reason for Mr. McGrath shooting him.
Daddy's gone, Verge. But what can we do now?
I've already told you, Willard, what I'm going to do. You know something?
Huh?
This makes things a sight easier. Huh? $500. It saves a lot of time and a lot of fuss. It'll bring that day that much closer. I hope you thanked Mr. McGraw, Willard.
But I don't recollect.
I hope you did. That's certainly real nice of Mr. McGraw to do that, Willard.
All that night, Willard listened to Verge moving restlessly about the house. And when dawn stood suddenly white against the windows, he started from a troubled dream and saw his brother by the bed, dressed in his one single cheap mail-order suit and his good white shirt. Verge's face was as baffling as ever.
Where are you going to, Bud? I'm catching the morning bus to Charlestown. I'll be gone a good while, I reckon. Bye, Willard.
Where?
Charlestown. I'm going to school.
School? You can't go to school, Verge.
Why can't I?
The school costs money and... Verge, you gotta...
I'm going to school with that money from Mr. McGraw.
School? Well, that's real fine, Bud. Buddy can't do with too much learning, that's for certain. Well, I'm pleased, Bud, I really am. Yeah, well, what kind of school? What kind of school are you going to?
The kind of school where I can learn to kill Mr. McGraw. The right way. Slow. So he'll have to look at my face a good long while and know it's coming. And there'll not be any way for him to get at that big blue pistol of his. I don't know when I'll be back. Be sure and take good care of the place, Willard.
That was all there was to it. Willard had crept naked and shivering to the dusty window and watched his brother's thin, unforgiving shape fade into the mist, moving as inexorably as the piston of some machine. Willard worked on alone at his job at the box factory in town. Lonely months followed. He needed his brother's companionship. He moved uneasily about wanting Verge to come back and yet dreading the day when this might happen. He would start up in the dark, sweating. He'd crawl with panic and feel he just had to run to Riley McGraw's place and check that he was all right, and to tell him to leave town and never return because he knew his brother Verge would never forget and would do what he planned to do. To the letter.
School? To learn to kill Mr. McGraw? And you can't learn to kill at school. Well, what kind of school would that be now? I don't understand. I don't understand at all.
Riley McGraw, of course, had never so much as laid eyes on Verge Likens. Anyway, Riley McGraw had a lot of things to think about on account of the fact that he was the biggest man in the whole of Tigers County. Whole of West Virginia, come to that.
He's the biggest man in the whole country, could be. Why, he might become a senator.
Why not?
Might even make president. Who knows? You can't go to school and learn to kill. Verge is talking nonsense, I reckon.
Naturally, McGraw forgot all about the interview given Willard Likens. As time went by, and 6 months became a year, and a year melted into 18 months, as time passed, Willard himself began to forget that the murder, Verge, and McGraw himself had ever existed. In all the 20 months that Verge was away, Willard only received 1 penny postcard from him, 2 weeks after the morning he had left. There was no message on it at all. A penny postcard from a drugstore with a picture of Kanaha County Courthouse, colored with the cheap, naive innocence of flowers at a country funeral, and yet somehow, in itself, as obsessed and malevolent as Verge Likens. This would be Verge's way of saying he'd arrived.
Well, darn it, it's worth it, ain't it? With a free drink. It ain't every day a man gets to be a senator. Senator McGraw. Hey, you know, I remember when I worked for a newspaper. Why, I had more money than he did in them days. He ain't got more money than him now. I know that. How come? You were so darn clever and all. Oh, he was lucky. Well, boy, now I got a senator on my customer list. Oh, come on now, Rush. He ain't going to be satisfied with you saving him now. Sure he is. He sure is. Why not, huh? Mr. McGraw's going to for sure get himself a bottle of all his very own. Oh, he wouldn't do a thing like that. 3 cheers for Senator McGraw. Yeah, he done told me. He said, Rush, he said,
Things is still going to stay the same. A man should never grow too important to keep in touch with the people of his hometown. That's that goes for shaving too, yes, sir. Yeah, 3 cheers for Senator McGraw. Free housing and peace for factory workers. And no crime on the streets. Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, I knew the man when he was a little two-bit nuts. Oh, you know, I knew his mother.
I knew his grandmother. At least way he told me about her.
Are you going to charge him any more now, Rush?
Of course, Riley McGraw dismissed the whole memory of Stony Likens from his mind. In fact, during those first days when he was a senator, during the time he was actually in Tigers County and not up there in Washington, during those early days, if somebody had gone up to him and said, Virge Likens' father's name, or even Virge Likens himself, Senator McGraw would not have blinked an eyelid. He wouldn't have remembered a thing. Come to that, if Stony Likens, risen fresh from a mouldering grave, had tapped McGraw on the shoulder and asked for a light, the senator would have given him one, passed on without paying any more attention. No, McGraw had never really been frightened. He was too big. But, you know, big men fall hard.
You always win. You always win. You conjure man.
I'm just strong. Who's next?
He's strong, that moat. Strong. It's all that shaving. Exercises the arm muscles.
Hey, you may be right.
Where's that new servant of yours?
Yeah,
that new
seems like it, sure enough. I'll give your new man a go.
Morning, Rush.
Why, Senator, I didn't know you was in town.
Oh, well, just the usual, Rush. How's Nevada? And the kids?
Oh, that's fine, just fine. Now, you sit down, Senator. I guess you'll be in a hurry.
Oh, yes, sir. I have to travel to Boston this afternoon at 3:33 p.m.
Oh, you sure see the world when you're
right.
Boston.
I've never been to Boston.
I've never been to Boston.
I have. Yeah, well, don't you go bragging about it. Boston ain't everything. Well, so long, Rush. So long, Senator, sir.
Bye, Senator McGrath. You're doing a fine job.
Yeah, keep well, boy. Keep well, keep well. I keep well.
Now, you make yourself comfortable, real comfortable, Senator. I'll be right with you.
I'm just going to see, make sure that it's...
Hey, Tony. Gentleman in the chair, Senator McGraw. I always shave it myself.
So the wife's real fine, huh, Rush? And the kids are coming along good, Who are you?
I'm Mr. Sigafoos's new barber, Mr. Senator, sir.
Well, there we are now. Hey, Tony,
Don't come a foot closer, Mr. Sigafoos. For if you do, I'll cut Mr. McGraw clean to the neck bone.
So Rush sat down, shaking and sick to his stomach, and watched them there for maybe an hour. He listened and tried to make out what it was that Virge Likens was saying to Riley McGraw, because that was the worst part of all. Virge taking the pains to shave Riley and then telling him who he was, and talking to him all that terrible time with the cold, honed, Sheffield blade pressed taut against the fat folds of Riley's throat, taking all the time in the world to kill a man, and all the while talking to him in that flat, crooning whisper. Rush watched them in the mirror, like figures in some monstrous waxworks pantomime. Riley McGraw, his head strained back in the headrest, as far as it would go, his face purple and livid by turns, and his mouth shaping idiot sounds that Rush could not hear, did not want to. Rush saw everything in the mirror.
I want Mr. McGraw to see my face when I kill him. I want Mr. McGraw to look at my face a good, long while and know who it is.
Rush Sigafoos told the story many hundreds of times during the years that followed, and he always wound up telling it in the same way. He'd say about Virge going to a barber college down in the capital city for almost 20 months on that $500, just to learn
$500 to kill a man slow. He came back to Tigers County and took a cheap room in a hotel by the depot. Yes, sir. I never recognized him. No, sir. He came by every morning and pestered me for a job. I hired him the morning before it happened. I never known him from Adam. That was the holy irony of it. You know something? Virge Likens was the darndest natural-born barber I ever saw, because when Doc Brady came down from the courthouse that morning and looked at McGraw's body, he said there wasn't so much as a mark on his throat, not so much as a single scratch. Ain't that right, Virge?
That's right, I guess. Not a single mark. Rush, you want I should shave this one, or will you?
Beyond Midnight is presented every Friday night at 9:30.
Beyond Midnight is presented every Friday night at 9:30. The program is adapted for broadcasting and produced by Michael McKay.